Good morning, guys. Hey, we're going to be focusing again on these long vowel sounds. I encourage you to open up page 32. That's where your assignment is going to be on. If you're looking for a list of the spelling words, take a look at page 30. But if you remember, this week we're dealing with the long vowel sounds. We're focusing on the long A sound and the long E sound. The long IU sound we'll get to next week or the weeks after, but right now we're focusing on A and E. And again, the reason why is because in all these words, acorn, snake, rain, hay, you hear the same sound, the long A sound, but they're not spelled the same. You can't just put an A for every long A sound. Sometimes it is just an A like acorn. Sometimes it's A consonant E like snake. That's that bossy E like we talked about last week, right? Sometimes it's AI like in rain. Sometimes it's AY like in hay. The next chart, which we saw yesterday, you're going to see that sometimes the long A sound, you don't even write an A. Take a look at the long E sound. Sometimes it is just an E, equal. Sometimes it's spelled a long E sound. You have IE, like thief. Sometimes you have E consonant E, like these. Or EA, like leaf. I'm going to skip baby real quickly and go to B, which is spelled with EE. Now take a look again at baby. This is what I mentioned with the long A, but I know we're in the long E section. But baby, B-A-B-Y, is spelled correctly. You have the long E sound at the end, but it's spelled with the Y. That's what's crazy about these long vowel sounds. And what I also like about this chart, again, focusing here on the A and the long E. But I'm going to ask you to focus right here in this section, because notice this in the long A sound. You have the word 8. Well, I hear the long A sound. That's the correctly said. And please notice this is correctly spelled, E-I-G-H-T, but it's not a single A in the word. Same with this, with the long E sound with puppy. That is spelled correctly, that is said correctly. The long E sound is at the end. You don't spell it with a single E in the word puppy, even though that's what you hear at the end. With these words, you really got to study, probably more than other lessons you've had so far, because there is so many tricky spellings. That's where I think this assignment is going to help you out to practice for the test on Friday. If you're looking for the spelling words, which you do have to write, every answer here should be from a spelling list. Take a look at page 30 in your books. And you might say, wait, mathematics and spelling? Let me explain this to you here so you understand what's going on. Look at the example here. If you know the word gray, that's where you start. That's not a spelling word. But we are going to end with the spelling word if you follow the math. It says here, take the word gray and subtract or minus AY. Okay? So let's take the AY off, and we're just left with GR, right? And then it says to add EEN. So if I keep the GR and add EEN, notice I get the word green. Let's go to number 1 together, and let's work out the word clay, not a spelling word. Let's follow the mathematics. And if I take the word clay and subtract the C off, if you notice, if I cover up the C, we're left with the word lay. That is a spelling word. That's L-A-Y up here. One other thing I want to mention before we go on to this silly rhyme section is, yes, the mathematics are going to get a little more involved. Just keep following it piece by piece. It helps me to actually write it out and do the mathematics. But please notice that all these letters are lowercase. What I'm noticing in your spelling is that you guys are capitalizing a lot of words. Please don't do that. If you remember, in English, there is a difference between a common noun and a proper noun, and some words do need to be capitalized, like your name. But these should not be capitalized. And the reason I bring that up is because in the future, in our spelling tests, you will have words that need to be capitalized every time. We're not there yet. So I'm going to ask you to always make sure you're writing lowercase letters here and not capitalizing the first word. That would be incorrect. How about numbers 10 through 14? Please notice this word that's underlined in each sentence is going to help you find the correct answer. That'll be from spelling list. Notice the word has to make sense and it has to rhyme or sound like the underlined word. So did you ever blank from a mountain peak? And if you look through your spelling list, find a word to actually make this sentence make sense and rhyme with peak. You might see, did you ever speak from a mountain peak? Notice how speak and peak rhyme. You have the long E sound in both, but notice the spelling. That's number 10. So I go down here and I write S-P-E-A-K. Speak. And that's how you do that section there. Hey guys, keep studying these words. Test on Friday. This is your assignment today. Lord's blessings to you. Praise you.